Kandy is a must-see city on every traveler's itinerary. With stunning beauty, cool climate, and historical and cultural landmarks, the city has become an acclaimed travel destination. The getaway to the former royal kingdom, Kandy is a bustling and colorful metropolis surrounded by the natural striking beauty and a dynamic experience for travelers from all corners of the world. The splendid National Museum of Kandy in Sri Lanka is a public gallery that was opened in 1942 and features over 5,000 objects depicting a variety of cultural, traditional, and historical aspects of the country. Adjacent to the sacred temple of the tooth, the museum originally formed the royal palace. This was the royal house of the monarch of the kingdom of Kandy. The artifacts on display portray the Kandian era, which represents the monarchy that reigned between the 17th and 19th centuries. Moreover, this was during the post-British period where the 1815 agreement that was signed between the chiefs of the Kandian kingdom and the British governor can be found on display at the museum. The museum comprises various tools, jewelry, and weapons. The museum was constructed during one of the last Sinhala monarchs to rule the country, namely Sri Singha's reign, and consists of a lower mansion and middle mansion. This section of the castle was used by the queens of Kandy. The architectural design and style embodied are of the Kandian period. The Department of National Museums currently maintains a beautiful and timeless gallery that depicts the heritage and history that has been brought through generations. The architecture of the museum is breathtaking, and the exhibits preserved inside offer a glance of the depths and breadths of the beauty of Sri Lanka. The National Museum is open to the public daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and visitors must purchase an entrance ticket that varies for locals and tourists. A walk around the entire museum may take up to 2 hours, and for better guidance, visitors can be accompanied by trained guides. The chief show is held in the lower building and the secondary display is presented in the main building. Be mesmerized by the sculptures of distinguished personalities of the bygone era, including the statue of Sir Henry Ward, the British governor. Take a trip down memory lane by getting a glimpse of leaf manuscripts, masks, pots, and traditional costumes. The Ceylon Tea Museum is the first of its kind in the world. A unique place, the museum is situated 4 kilometers from Kandy. There is a beautiful story that accompanies the inception of the museum. James Taylor, born in 1835 in Aberdeen, was the pioneer of Ceylon tea. At just 16 years, he came abroad a ship to Sri Lanka in 1852 and proceeded to Lul Kondara estate. Taylor took over the property in 1857 and became the superintendent. He also planted the first tea crop. The shipment of tea was exported in 1877 and Taylor made Lul Kondara estate his home until his demise in 1892. In 1975, personnel from the Sri Lanka Estate Plantation Corporation decided to establish a tea museum. Dismantled machinery, which was being used in other tea factories, were assembled and made fit for display. The core object of the museum project was to protect the ambience of the former tea factories. The tea museum exhibits not just old machinery but documents, memorabilia, pictures, books, and various objects of historical importance to give Sri Lanka prominence on the global stage as a premier producer of tea. There are 4 floors in the museum, with the ground floor and the second floor exhibiting said equipment dating back more than 100 years. There is a library and auditorium on the first floor and a tea outlet on the third floor. Moreover, the 4th floor has a restaurant offering delicious snacks for visitors. Additionally, there is a telescope where visitors can witness the glorious views of the Nakal Range and Honnaskiriya Mountain. The museum is open to the public from Tuesday to Sunday with ticket prices varying for locals and tourists. The International Buddhist Museum is adjoining the National Museum of Kandy, and the site was originally a part of the Kandian palace of the Kandy king. The Buddhist Museum presents a unique notion of portraying the broadening of Buddhism in Asia. Both Mahayana and Theravada elements of Buddhism are present and offer an in-depth study of the indistinct differences between how the faith is embraced by each country. The museum comprises galleries from 17 countries across Asia, including India, Myanmar, China, Nepal, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Korea, and more. The composition of the building demonstrates grandeur, royalty, and style as it once houses the residence of the Kandyan king. The purpose of the museum is to showcase the beginning of Buddhism and how subtle differences spread across the modern world. The museum has 20 rooms and is constructed to inspire a sense of peace and serenity that brings forth the renewing of one's mind, body, and soul.